Hey guys, Yin here. Welcome to my running channel. Today's Friday. It's about 9:30 right now, and I just got done packing all the stuff that I'm gonna use tomorrow for the longest day, 100K slash 50 miler slash 50K, whatever you can. It's like a fun ultra, starting very low pace, and it's like 45 minutes for the 2 miles, and then it starts again. And if you don't finish, then you get DQ, and every single loop is gonna subtract like 30 seconds or a minute. I think it's 30 seconds, and it gets faster and faster and faster. And if you make it to the 31 loop, then it's gonna be like a 7:30 pace, and then whoever's the fastest of that last group is the winner. So there's only one winner. So it's really fun, really interesting to do. I am injured and I'm just gonna do what I can. I do feel a lot better, like 80-85% better, but I don't really know how I'm gonna do after like staying on the feet for like 8 hours or 6 hours. I haven't done that in a very long time, so really just gonna see how it goes. But I did get all of my stuff packed. Here, it's gonna show you what I have. I brought a book just in case I get done early or have time to read. Everyone Try Yoga. It's a really good book. And got my hammer, got some bars, my watches, some lubrication, sunblock. Make sure you got some of those. I brought my vest just in case I would need it later on. My yoga mat just to lay down, some drinks, and I have a lot of drinks in the car. And we're gonna get there early. We're gonna start at 6:30, so gonna need this to at least start off the setup. Get all my towels and all, and then my clothes, my race I can change into, and bring a lot of fruits. Clementines, dates, and I also brought like grapes and a lot of other fruits. I didn't get bananas. I was gonna get bananas, but all the banana was like so green, it's not gonna be ripe by tomorrow, so I did not get that. So I'm just mixing the bananas. But other than that, I have a lot of gels. I need to bring some of my perpetuum or the solids, just to have different kind of, I guess, textures of the food that you're gonna bring in. Because when you're going on for like 10 hours or 15 hours and you're eating the same thing over and over, like mentally or sometimes your stomach just doesn't feel good. And I just like to bring like fruits, gels, solids, bars, different drinks and all. Just after you drink a lot or eat a lot of something, then you just want like a different taste or texture, and it just kind of like mentally maybe makes you feel better. I don't know. With a lot of ultras, the longer it is, you just have to try different stuff. Yeah, so gonna get ready, hit the bed, and then try to get up like around 4 because we gotta be there around 5 or 5:30, and it's about 35 minutes from here. So gonna go take a nap. Alright, it's 3:31 a.m. Saturday morning. 3 hours before the race. Gonna go grab some food. Gonna get some about 300 to 400 calories in me, and then gonna pack and head out there at 4:30. It's about roughly about 35 to 40 minutes from here, and I want to get there around 5. Pick out a spot. One of my friends, the guys I'm gonna run with or be in the race with, there's gonna be like 200 people. But one of the guys I'm gonna share a tent with or a canopy, he'll be there like around 5:15 to 5:30. So gonna try to get the best place we could. A lot of people set up their tent yesterday, and it's gonna pick whatever is the best place that's left. Get all the package, load up the car, and gonna head out soon. I got my stuff, got my clothes, nutrition's in here, and gonna get ready to set off. On the way, I did not get a good night's sleep last night, so I'm actually a little sleepy right now. But Not like I'm gonna fall asleep on the wheel, just kind of tired. But hopefully it's gonna feel a lot better in a little bit. This is the lake right there. This is where all the tents are at. Here's my buddy here. So it's 6:20. Well, actually, it's 6:11 right now. So about 19 minutes before the race starts. My main goal today is really just, number one, is really go as far as I can and not get injured. Number two is really work on my walking, because in ultra there's a lot of walking. And like I said before in my other videos, there were some other guys and girls in the Yeti 100 miler that I was walking with, and they were walking twice as fast as I was. And so I watched up and read up on some walking and gonna do some training using this as a good race to train for my walking as well. And it's a 2 loops, so I can adjust to it and trying to see what I can do to strengthen those muscles. And then at the end, maybe if I could jog a little bit more. All right, it's gonna be exciting. Can't wait to start. Hello.
Finish line. That green cone to that green cone right there. And 3, 2, 1.
Totally my style.
Later on today.
Ran into Chad, my lineman crew right here, coming up. Now I come in. Finished the first lap. Did like 35 minutes to 36 minutes. So well under the 45-minute time limit. And the goal of this lap, which is the second lap, is to be last. And I am last. Alright, gonna try to break in my La Sportiva.
GoPro camera or something?
Yeah, it is. I do a lot of recordings for my documenting my running and training.
Oh, nice.
You're in it. Alright, so this is the 4th loop, done 6 miles, and I put on these La Sportiva trail shoes that I'm gonna really wanting to run the 100 Indiana 100 trail in these, so I want to break these in now. And very good opportunity to break them in. So I think the next few loops, maybe 6 miles with these shoes right here. It feels a little tight on the sides, but maybe because it's just not loosened up yet. So hopefully it's gonna expand a little bit. But feeling good. The first half mile at least, or first mile starting off the ultra, I can feel my feet a little bit, but afterwards it feels fine now. So I'm gonna keep on walking, and then gonna jog maybe a little bit this lap so I can get some water from the car, because I don't want to get it when it's really hot or when I'm tired later on. So I'll jog a little bit and then I'll walk again. All right, this is lap 6 and I am at the end of the pack. All right, this is lap 8. The last few laps I've been doing it in 35 minutes or 33 minutes for the 2 mile. So I'm gonna just keep that pace, walk, and then jog a little bit when it's in the sun, so I don't stay out in the sun because it's gonna get hot, and keep on rolling. So far my feet's feeling okay and not hurting, so gonna keep on going. This is cool. These horses come here so you can pet them. Well, I think they're leaving. At least last time they came here. I guess if there's like a bunch of group running, they were actually out in the field and they would run in and you pet them, and then now they're going back out in the field and run, as you can see. Now for this loop, I did change my shirt because the other one was getting wet, so I was gonna stay wet, change it out so it feels a lot better, and also change shoes. I changed shoes after 6 miles, and then the next 8 I was using the La Sportiva, and then now I'm gonna use these. This is lap 8, so about 16 miles when I get done here. All right, it's 2:10 right now. I think this is lap 12, which is mile 24. It's getting hot, probably 82, gets up to 85. And yeah, hanging in there, the feet's not hurting, crossing my finger. Still going, just still walking and jogging, but the time is getting lower right now. I think you have to finish in 37, no, not 37, 34 minutes, so like 17-minute mile, or a little bit less. I can't remember, so I should probably get back by 33 just in case. So it stopped raining now, but my shoe is completely soaked. It just poured down for about maybe 15-20 minutes and it stopped now. You might get another patches somewhere, but that's ultra. So this is loop 14. When I finish, it's gonna be mile 28. And so far I've been walking pretty much almost 90% of the time, or maybe 85-90% of the time. And it's really the first time that I really just walk a lot more than running in the ultra. So really just testing it out just to see how it, you know, do I have more legs when I'm walking a lot in the beginning instead of running more in the beginning like I normally do. And so far it looks like it's working. My injuries is staying put, so hopefully crossing my fingers that I can do for the rest of the way, or at least, you know, as much as I can. And a little wet now, just being really careful with my steps because I don't want to slip and twist anything. Mark's up there, he's looking good, way up there, probably like the top 5 or top 10 the whole entire time or recently. And we're just about to pass the halfway mark after maybe 2 more laps. I do have to be back in 32 minutes, which is 16-minute pace. I'm right at above it a little bit, so I'm gonna have to jog here. Starting to rain again, or drizzle at least, and I am last again. Nobody's behind me. Charlotte's up there, but it's, I mean, I told myself if I can walk as much as I can, and that's what I'm doing. Now in this run, when you finish, and if you finish really early before the cutoff time, you wait until the next time starts. And for me, I really don't want to finish really early and then sit down, because I don't want my body to start the recovery process. Because once it starts the recovery process and it thinks it's in recovery process, it's harder for you to get up and start running again. So what I'm actually doing is trying to get to the cutoff by like a minute or 2 minutes before the cutoff, and just go get some food in and then start again, and not having to sit so much. I might sit down to change shoes or change clothes and all, but not to sit for like, you know, 10 minutes or something, because I don't want my body to change its processing and start recovering while I'm still in the middle of the race. And so far it's working good, and I'm just gonna keep on doing that. You know, it's gonna get closer to the cutoff now because I have to go faster and jogging more. So you know, I might have to go a lot quicker than I do just to get like a minute or 2 minutes before the cutoff. This is lap 16. If I finish it, I'm gonna hit my first milestone of 50K. Wish me luck. All right, just did 50 miles, or not 50 miles, 50K. So past 50K, so I'm good with that. Now I'm gonna try to do a little bit more. I am at 13.5-minute pace cutoff now and getting close. The last few loops I got within like a minute or a minute and a half. My legs getting really tired. Not sure I can make it to 50, but I'm gonna give it a shot and try and leave it out here on the course. Okay, not sure what lap it is, but it's 6:48. So I can check later, but maybe it's 44, 46 miles if I finish this lap. Legs getting tired, feet getting tired, everything's getting tired. So this lap, gotta do it in 12-minute pace for the 2 miles. The remaining group, and yet again, I am last. 11:30 pace, 2 mile. Oh, feeling it now. Alright, so I'm gonna finish the recap of the race now in here because the battery died, so I couldn't do it in the race. I had the charger, but with the time that I finished, I didn't have enough time to find the charger and plug in the USB battery and then charge it. So I just had to go back, get some food in me, and then just took off again because remember the pace was getting quicker and quicker. For that lap, in the video, the last you saw, I did finish it, and then the next lap was 11-minute pace, which is 47, 48, and I was able to finish it, but I finished it within like a minute of cutoff time, or maybe a minute and a half, like 90 seconds. And then the lap, the 50-mile lap, which is the second milestone if I can get to it, which I didn't think I can get to it because of my foot injury that's just recovering. Well, 10:30 pace, and I was able to get in. The same thing, it was very, very close to the cutoff time. So both Mark and I finished the 50-miler, and we got the 50-miler, and we came back, and my legs were shot. My legs were hurting, my thighs were sore, my feet were sore, and I knew that it's gonna be really, really tough to get in the next lap in within 10 minutes pace. You know, when you're running beginning of the race, 10 minutes is not an issue. It's really easy actually. But when you're running 10-minute pace at the end of the race, after you've done 50 miles, it actually gets a lot tougher because of all the wear and tear that you did to your body already from the first 50 miles. But my goal was, remember, try to go as far as I can as long as my leg doesn't injured, and I didn't feel anything at the time. So, and then the other one was really to go as far as I can until I can't go anymore. I knew when I finished the 50-miler lap, I could go more, but I didn't know how much more. And I put my stuff on. I got my nutrition in a little bit, and I saw a Gatorade on the table, at our table. I didn't know who it was, but I just asked around. It was new. So I chucked some Gatorade in, and then I took off because I didn't have but like maybe a minute after I finished the run. I took off, I ran all the way to where we start to do the climbing, and then I start to power hike. And I start to power hike pretty fast, a lot faster than the other times, because I know that I need to run a lot more than I have and a lot quicker by the time I get to the top. Now, while I was going up, I could actually feel my quads starting to cramp and my hamstrings starting to cramp. And when I got to the top, which is like 0.8 miles, I think, and then you start to run, well, I start to jog, and then my legs locked up, just like what happened at the Boston Marathon this year. Was it this year or last year? Well, I think it was last year. And I couldn't move. It was tight, it was locked, and it took me like 5 minutes to actually shake it off to where I can walk a little bit. And thanks to the guys that was running back, they saw me locked up, and they offered me like Tailwind and Gatorade. And I got some Gatorade. The first guy, I thought I'd be okay, and I said no thanks. But then the second guy came in, he said, "I got Gatorade, do you want some?" And I was like, yeah, sure, because I mean, it got worse by the time he came. And I got some, and then I was able to like just stood it for a while, and then after about a few more minutes, I was able to walk slowly, and then was able to move a little bit more, and then I can jog a little. by the time I get back. But I knew that I'm not sure I can get back if I go all the way and then come back around. So I didn't go all the way the complete loop. I just came back where I locked up because I knew that I was gonna miss my cutoff time at that time already. I knew that I was gonna be back there, within 10-minute pace because I already wasted like 7 minutes from my legs being locked up. I have to be going like a 6-minute pace or something to get back in time. So I started to walk and jog. I was able to jog again after like 5 or 6 minutes down the hill, down the trails, out the woods into the finish line. But like I said, it was already late. I was probably like 3 or 4 minutes after the cutoff, and I didn't run the whole entire course, so I knew that I wasn't gonna make it. So I did not get the cutoff. My total mileage was 51.6 miles, and I was the last 6 people to take off on that loop to come back. So I'm kind of like 6th place, but officially there's only one winner. But unofficially, I was the last 6 to stand, so I guess it's 6th place. Thoughts on the race? I actually thought it was a very interesting race. I never think about starting very slow and then, as you go and run, like, the longer you run, you get faster and faster. It's almost the opposite of an ultra, but it is an ultra marathon. Ultra marathon, normally most people would start off a little bit quicker and then they run slower as the distance progresses. And then you slowly suffer. This one, you can start out fast or slow. I start off slow, so for me it's kind of like the reverse of a normal ultra marathon. And I start off slow and going slow, and then as the distance go forward, or the more distance you do, you have to go a little bit faster. And when you're actually hurting the most, which is towards the end, is where that you have to run the fastest in your race to make the cutoff time. Think about that. How cool is that? Well, I liked the race. It was fun. I met a lot of other trail runners, a lot of runners that runs around in the community and locally. So it was great meeting a lot of folks, events like this. I hope that we have more of it this year, but with the COVID stuff, and going into like the fall later on, I don't know how much we're gonna have and what's actually gonna happen. So just gonna take all the opportunities that we have when we could be out there together and share the road, or share some races. All right, so the takeaway for this race for me this time is really be prepared for your nutrition. I learned about nutrition issues before, and this one I messed up again, and it's the nutrition. I got all the calories, I got all the things I needed, all of my gear, stuff for the races. The only thing I was missing was my electrolytes, and I normally use Hammer Electrolyte or Endurolites Fizz, but I ran out like a few weeks ago, and then I never ordered it, and I was gonna go buy it before the race, but it got so busy that I didn't have time to get it. So I just really bought a lot of fruits to kind of substitute and replace for it. So I ate a lot of fruits during out the race and hopefully give me enough electrolytes. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough by the time I got to mile 50. And that's the thing is, you just gotta learn from it, and then hopefully you don't make the same mistake again. And I just need to order more of Endurolites or whatever salt tablets that I use for my training. I need to get the same thing and make sure I have it for the race and prepare, and then instead of not having it like this time. That was the only thing I didn't have, and in my opinion, I think that's what caused me to stop at mile like 51 or 52, because my body cramped up, and it's normally because you're out of electrolytes, or your body couldn't operate with the small amount of electrolytes you have left. So key takeaway, have the list of the things that you need for your race, nutrition, gears, and then make sure you have it on race day. Well, thanks for watching. I hope your running and training is going well. Stay healthy, stay fit, be safe, and I'll see you next time.